it up for Ohio State.
You've waited all day for this.
Don't let that team stay in the way. He's going to take it to the house. 85 yards. Down the right side going Devin Smith. Got it at the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown.
The one show that's nothing but the Buckeyes.
Oh, Graham Rucker for the touchdown. Graham shoots it high on the right for 3.
This is the Buckeye Show.
Indeed, it is the Buckeye Show. I am Tito in for Tim Hall. He is DeVier in for DeVier. Other side of the glass there, we got Jacob Reimer, Rhyme Time. His replacement, Dylan. I'm just kidding. It's a joke. It's a joke. Dylan's over there, though.
He's training. Great trainer right here. You got Sunday's A-Team. For you people who don't listen on Sunday, we do have a show with these great guys.
You know what's probably going to happen? I made that joke.
Cross-promotion.
I bet Reimer's replacing me. Dylan's replacing Reimer. I bet that's what's happening here. I just made a joke about myself being replaced.
I'll be honest. I got an email about me and Reimer potentially hosting together.
You know what? Rhyme Time and DeVier. What are we going to do there?
That'd be a great combo.
Rhyme and Poe.
You guys are kicking dirt on me. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's great.
You just kicked dirt on me.
I said it was a joke, and then I said, I think this might be happening. You said it could happen, and neither one of you said, no, Tito, they wouldn't do that. Neither one of you said it. You both like, DeVier's like, that's a great name for a show. He's like, yeah, we could do that one. That's awesome. Why am I yelling? God. Now
We're not even a minute into the show, and you're already yelling.
We're not even into the show.
There we are. Let's go.
DeVier, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing well, Tito. I got a new driver that showed up yesterday.
Oh, really? I knew that. You know, a lot of Ohio State players do that. The former Buckeye greats, they get drivers that take them place.
No,
I'm sorry. I apologize.
My Callaway.
I was thinking you were Miss Daisy there for a moment, maybe. No?
No, my Callaway.
Okay, Callaway. Gotcha.
Listen, I should have had this unboxing on film. I don't get excited about many things. Well, no, I get excited about things, but like pure joy.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Big grip. Weighted, fit for me. It's for me. It's perfectly tailor-made.
Good for you.
So
it was tailor-made for DeVier, but it was a Callaway driver.
Right? It was a tailor-made Callaway for him. That was. You got a tailor-made Callaway.
You know, I told my wife, I said, I'm going to be so depressed if I get worse with this driver. Like, I'm just going to be so sad. But no, I'm good. So, you know, all is well, man.
That's why I try to get new clubs, because I run out of excuses. Yeah. Like I can now. The problem, Gerb hooked me up with a nice set of clubs, and I didn't get a lot better, and so I need to probably downgrade.
I was going to say if you just hit them good, you don't really need.
That's it.
I'm cool with my set. They do the job for me.
What's your handicap?
Like a 7 or an 8.
Are you really that good?
I don't like to brag about it.
You just did.
Yeah, he is.
You asked me what my handicap was.
You could have lied. If you don't want to brag,
I don't want to lie about it.
I'm not sure. I'm okay.
I am in the market for a 3-wood.
You are?
I'll be getting one next week.
Talk to Gerb. Okay, so we got a big show lined up for you today. We're going to talk about an Ohio State football recruit or maxi committing, I guess. We'll talk about that. Reaffirming. There we go. God, see, that's why it's going to be the DeVier and Rhyme Time. The OSU defensive backs, coaches, and personnel were on display today. We'll talk hear from them as well. The transfer portal hasn't been great so far for the Ohio State men's basketball team. And also, we'll look at teams that have been good at football and basketball in the same seasons. And the list is not great on that one, just in recent memory. But first, so Chris Henry Jr., there's been so much talk. He's been committed to Ohio State for, I think, from the time he was out of the womb. He's been committed to Ohio State for a long time. And I was son of Chris Henry Sr., the West Virginia player who went into the NFL and played for the Bengals for a while.
West Virginia Slim, man.
Is that what it was? That was his nickname was?
Come on, man.
I don't know.
So you know West Virginia Slim.
Yeah.
My brother turned 18 July 17th. We get on the 17 bus. It runs down Hamilton Avenue.
Right.
It takes us to UC campus. We get off at a tattoo shop. This is funny. This is a tattoo story, Tito. And don't laugh.
I don't get more wins vacated, so be careful, please.
You're sick, Tito.
No.
So we go to a tattoo shop. We walk in. My brother's picking out a tattoo, and there's a guy in the back getting a tattoo.
Yeah.
It's Chris Henry. And he's like, hey, little man, pick out a tattoo. And I'm like, man, I'm not 18. But he paid for my brother's first tattoo.
No kidding.
Yeah, how crazy is that?
That's insane.
Yeah, so I love West Virginia Slim. Chris Henry, I'm so excited for his son to come to Ohio State. I can't believe it's like happening. Like, I mean, I remember when Keenan Van Alm, he rolled into Carson Palmer's knee.
Right.
And Carson connected with Chris Henry on a 60-yard post dot, like first drive of the game. And then the Bengals Super Bowl hopes were done that year. We were on fire that year in the AFC. Remember, we lost to like a bad Pittsburgh team.
There's no such thing as a bad Pittsburgh team. But anyway, so he'll be here then. His freshman year will be Jeremiah's junior year, right?
Yes.
Can you imagine?
No, I can't wait. I can't wait. And then even there's a receiver coming in this year. Please, Tito, help me with his name. He's from Cleveland. He's like 6'4", too. Freakish athlete. I'll give you his name. But no, we have 3 of these Jeremiah Smith body types in like back-to-back classes, Tito. I'm super excited.
We're a week out, or a little more than a week out from the spring showcase or spring game, whatever you want to call it now. Ryan Day saying it's more like a game, not a showcase. I don't know if they've changed the name, but nonetheless, I'm trying to think, like, what can we learn from that? Like, because it's not really football. It's not tackling. You're not hitting hard. You're not tackling a quarterback. You're not treating it like a regular season game. In a spring game, now, because of the fact you can't hit the quarterback, you don't get the real pressure on you might in a regular game as a quarterback. They still want you to think quickly and process things quickly, but what do you think we can really even learn from this game?
I don't think it's really just the game.
Okay.
And I think that's the thing about the spring that's hard for the fans' perspective and from the media perspective, because we're trying to see behind the veil and it's the first time.
Right.
But I think in spring it's important for younger players and players who are going to be starters to establish a consistent film like reputation to say, hey, this is what kind of guy this guy is every day in practice.
Okay.
Right? Even in the spring when we're putting in stuff, we're doing base stuff, but hey, he's consistently showing me he's getting to the quarterback. He's consistently showing me that he can stone a pass rusher. He's consistently showing me that he can stay with somebody in man-to-man coverage, even though we're not playing through the ball, but he might be able to really guard somebody. He's constantly doing the right thing assignment-wise, minimizing the MAs, Tito. And when you have that on film in the spring, it puts you in front for training camp. Can I tell you the raw truth about training camp in spring?
Let's hear it.
The roster and the starters already decided. They just want to be sure about somebody, and there might be one surprise. But it's already picked.
Do you think the quarterback's already decided in Ryan Day's mind?
Absolutely.
You do?
But is that public?
Right, yeah. It's not, yeah.
No, somebody has the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
And that's with every single position. They know who they want to play. And that's with every football team, college and pro.
Get Pumped 87 chimed into the chat. Miller, the receiver you're taking, right?
There it is.
Yeah.
Yep. 6'4", great body size.
Yep, that's the one. So thank you, Get Pumped 87 on that one. But, I guess I naively.
Miller. There it is.
Yeah, Bogdan. Yeah, yep. I naively believe that, I believe that Sands going to be the starter when the season starts against Texas. He'll be the game one starter, first one to take snaps for Ohio State. But I don't know until maybe just now even that it's been decided. I haven't gone public with it yet, but it's I thought it was probably his job to lose anyway.
Yeah.
But you're saying most of the positions you think are already decided?
I just think in training camp, I'm just saying the exercise of training camp is to make sure that the starters are ready to play.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so to answer your question, yes. Oh, and Tito, also, Julian Sands' pro comp just came to me.
Okay. Who is it?
And a reason why I am excited for him if he is a starter, and I'm okay with that. I think he's a Baker Mayfield type of player.
Really? Okay.
And I think he'll have a Baker Mayfield type of effect in college with his quick release. And now that I think about that, I can get excited for Julian Sands this year. Now, he's not as thick as Baker is in terms of body size.
Hey, not yet, but body by Marotti. Get going on him.
Fast. It can happen fast.
Yeah.
You're right. Those peanut butter sandwiches, I don't know what he has in over there. But, I know that can happen fast. But I would say his pro comp for me, and I'm getting excited if he is decided to be a starter. I can see some Baker in
That's
Julian
awesome.
Sands.
Hey, you know what? We'd all take that as Ohio State fans. We would all take that for sure. Coming next, the Ohio State defensive back coaches and personnel. They spoke to the media today. We will hear from them next. This is the Buckeye Show, 97.1 The Fan.
If you miss a live show, you can catch the podcast. If you miss the podcast, our hosts have volunteered to have dinner with you. The Fan.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone for Window Nation. April's a great time to spruce up around your house, like getting rid of those old, ugly, drafty, hard-to-open windows and starting fresh. Especially during Window Nation's Buy 4, Get 4 free sale going on now. There's no limit to how much you could save, and if you buy a house full of windows, they'll include a free entry door, too. Plus, with 0% financing, 0 down, and no monthly payments, you could get new windows and pay nothing until 2027. How do they do it? Well, Window Nation partners with the top window manufacturers in the nation to build windows to their high-quality specs. Then they pass the savings on to you. You'll protect your home with some of the best windows you can buy at a fraction of the price of those other brands. Just imagine what you could do with all that extra money. Hurry, the sale ends soon, so don't miss your chance to take advantage of the Buy 4, Get 4 free and pay nothing until 2027. Schedule your estimate right now at 866-90NATION or visit windownation.com. One more time, that's Buy 4, Get 4 free from Window Nation, 866-90NATION or windownation.com.
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with great benefits, we also help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers, we're improving lives, we're reimagining healthcare.
Add some spice to your pizza night with Donato's new Smoky Hot Honey Pizza and Smoky Hot Honey Chicken Sub. Bringing hardwood smoked bacon, wood-fired chipotle seasoning, and Mike's Hot Honey together for savory, smoky, sweet heat perfection. Now get $4 off a large Smoky Hot Honey Pizza using promo code SMOKY. More toppings, more flavor, more fun. Donato's. Gotta love more.
Remember how that little girl in Poltergeist was in the TV? Yeah? Well, she's actually dead now. It's quite sad. Anyway, watch your favorite fan shows on your TV by subscribing to us on YouTube. Search 971 The Fan. Do it now.
Buckeye Nation, join us on April 13th at the 2025 Ohio State Forefather, presented by Union Home Mortgage, the Ohio Beef Council, and Raising Cane's. This is your chance to run down the tunnel and finish on the 50-yard line at Ohio Stadium. A portion of the proceeds benefit the Buckeye Cruise for Cancer. This is something you won't want to miss. Register today at ohiostateformiler.com. Go Bucks!
They're trained. They're fired up. Let's do it. When you need heat, they can't be beat. They're Ohio State's undefeated heating and cooling team. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Hey, Ohio State fan, are you ready for game day? Get hyped and get your crew going with the Buckeye Meal at BK. For $20, you'll get one juicy flame grilled Whopper sandwich, one original chicken sandwich, 2 mouthwatering cheeseburgers, 3 crispy golden small fries, and 3 refreshing small drinks. Grab your $20 Buckeye Meal today and share the taste of victory. At BK, have it your way. You rule. Limited time only at participating Ohio area restaurants. Tax extra. BK is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Everybody knows that Roosters is a fun, casual joint with their award-winning waitstaff, great food, fun, and laughter. It's a quick stop on the way home to sit back and unwind. It's a front row seat to the big game. Roosters is where you, your family, and friends can order pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more. And the home of award-winning wings that are fresh, never frozen, and so big you won't believe it. It's your family's other dinner table. Roosters, a fun, casual joint, and the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center. Hey there, Central Ohio. I'm 10 Weather Impact meteorologist Michael Behrens with your latest forecast. We should see largely quiet weather as we head into this evening, but storm chances will start to pick back up as we head into tonight. Some of those could be strong to severe, so make sure you're staying weather aware. 10 TV Weather Impact Alert Day in place tonight through early Thursday. As we head into Thursday, the severe chances start to push out. Temperatures will be back in the 70s. Showers and some storms continue throughout the rest of the day. That's your latest 10 Weather Impact forecast. I'm meteorologist Michael Behrens on 97.1 The Fan.
Brace yourselves for more Buckeye banter. This is the Buckeye Show.
It is the Buckeye Show. Thank you for joining us here on this Wednesday, April 2nd, not April 1st, which was a bad day for me yesterday, DeVier, because I fell for too many jokes.
Oh, Tito, they got you?
Oh, Man and Bone got me by replaying the show. They replayed their show from the previous day. They didn't replay it. They did it again live, almost verbatim. And so I'm listening to the show.
Yeah.
I pop in the car. I was going to take kid practice, pick kid up, whatever it was. And I hear it. I'm like, this show sounds, I think they said this yesterday. And I was like, am I wrong? It sounds just like yesterday's show.
Yeah.
I call Bakes. He was at home. He was ready to go to the Jackets game. I said, Bakes, what's going on at the station? He said, I don't know what you're talking about. And I said, it seems like the same show. I said, I have no idea. I called Fish. Fish, is everything okay at the station? He said, yeah, why? I said, well, because I'm listening to Man and Bone. It sounds exactly like yesterday's show.
Yeah.
He says, Tito, what day is it? I said, it's Tuesday, which is not the answer he wanted. He said, no, what day is it? And then I realized that they had done that. It was genius.
Yeah.
But they did the exact, like they had Tim on again. They all wore their same clothes from the previous day.
Yeah.
And they had Jason Stark do his segment again, the ESPN guy. Or not ESPN anymore, he's with The Athletic, but used to be ESPN's baseball guy. Yeah. So, anyway, I'm glad it's April 2nd because I was an idiot yesterday. Okay, so Ohio State's defensive backs coach and a couple of DBs spoke with the media. Let's hear from Tim Walton first, and he's talking about what he's seen from Devin Sanchez so far.
He's doing a solid job, but he's learning, he's growing. And like I said, I like to see stuff when it goes over a long period of time. But he's doing well. He's picking stuff up. He's making some plays, but he still has some stuff to learn. Because, it's a lot of different stuff, a lot of moving parts, man. So, but he's doing well. We're pleased with his progression so far. But we just have to keep seeing it going with all these guys and see, hey, how does it go when we finish spring ball and then when we start moving into camp? Is all this stuff still applicable with all the situations and things that we go through?
I did not realize Tim Walton was once the defensive coordinator for the Rams. He got quite the pedigree. Had a lot of success there. I'll hear Sanchez, and then we'll talk about this. But Sanchez talking about what it's like to compete in college when he really should be a senior right now in high school. Here's Devin.
It's been a mental thing, having to get myself ready to go against guys that are, 20, 21 years old. Being 18, that they don't care about that up here. So, it's developing yourself to have a great mindset early. Having that grown man mindset at 18 years old is real important because up here they don't really care about feelings. So it's about, just coming up here, being a man that you think you are and, having to go out there and, prove it.
It never ceases to amaze me. I call them kids, but they're young men, but still, nonetheless, like I know my maturity level in high school. I know what the year after high school, how immature I was. And these guys are just on a different level when they enroll early and get this kind of exposure. Did you enroll early, or was it an option for you?
No, my high school wouldn't let me leave.
They wouldn't let you leave early?
Nah. I wanted to. I pushed. But it was good for me. That time was great. I didn't play basketball. I mean, I ran track.
Right.
Won a state championship. So, I mean, it was good. I did prom, did all that stuff. So, in the spring, like that time was good for me to just be with my mom before I left. Now, there are a lot of people that came in early.
Right.
Guess what? I still played over them.
Yeah.
But that's, I'm just going to say that. But it doesn't, does it help? Yes.
Right.
But
it's impressive though if you can do that though. It's impressive if you can do that. Yeah. If you can't graduate early and roll early and get this heads up on it. Yep. I'm glad. And Sanchez wants to play right away. He thinks he can. And here is him talking about what it's like to no longer be the big man on campus.
Going from high school where, I've been the man there for 3 years. So, coming up here where you start at the bottom again. So, I told my parents this all the time, I think my history is repeating itself because when I went into high school, the high school I went to, we were a powerhouse. So I was at the bottom there and I had to work my way up. And I feel like that's just repeating itself here. I'm at the bottom here. I put myself at the bottom, so I have to work my way up to the top. And so, just going against these guys, they're competing every day. You're not going to get a day off where, receivers just coming out here just BSing. So, you got to be on your P's and Q's all the time.
He's going to be good.
Yeah, I'm excited for this guy. You see the body size, you see the mature, you hear the maturity, and then also just the room he's stepping in. National championship, defensive backfield. You got Caleb Downs, you got Jermaine Matthews, and Igbenogso for him to follow after. That national championship juice is going to be around that locker room for a while, right? It gets passed on. It's just like a torch, Tito, and you know that they'll influence him, and he'll be a part of BIA for sure.
Sanchez is 6'2", 190. Aaron Scott Jr. is 6'1", 190. I love the size on those guys, and they're going to be ball hawks for this defense. Matt Guerrieri, he talked about, he's a co-defensive coordinator, also the safeties coach, about how the national title win has helped recruiting. Here's Matt.
When you've got the trophy in your building, you're the number one team. When you're the number one defense in the country, when you have 2 All-American safeties and you have the production to be able to back that up and you say, hey, this is the absolute best, right? The best is a big word now, right? To be able to say, hey, you're number one, right? Number one. What you're able to show that and you have a track record to be able to produce that, then guys want to be part of it.
It's, yeah, I can't imagine what it's like, how it's helped recruiting out. Now, they always have top 5, top 10 classes anyway, but the fact they're able to get some of these guys they've gotten since that run, and the way, looking at 2026 now, we mentioned Chris Henry Jr., but also the offensive linemen they've been able to add so far as well in that class. It's only going to keep getting better for Ohio State as long as they can keep racking up the W's.
Yeah, and then also I do want to talk about the impact that Coach Fry and I would say Paris Johnson has had in this Ryan Day era of offensive linemen. And when you think about, you go back to those years that Paris became a starter, didn't give a sack up, and then also Coach Fry coming in right after that and establishing a rotation and a process for competition in training camp allowed our offensive line to become a lot more versatile, right? You see this recruiting class that's coming in, and you see this national championship that came as a result of that, and that the offensive line became the strength and the versatility became a strength for our team last year. I'm excited about these recruits that are national championship from, because when I started here, we needed an offensive line. It's always been a topic since I've been on 97.1 The Fan the last 3 years, and that hasn't always been that way for Ohio State football. But you talk about, you get a guy like Sam Greer and what we're doing in the offensive line recruiting-wise and how that national championship, I'm excited that we're going to start getting the 4s and the 5-star offensive linemen, and we can still keep our budget for the 4 and the 5 stars skilled players. That's exciting, and I'm happy that the national championship is helping the interior of our offensive defense.
But as tough as last year's, the injuries were to Ohio State on the offensive line, the fact that with all the things they had to do, the shuffling around and guys moving around, Ohio State now, I know they're losing some damn good players, but the linemen that are back have got versatility. You know, you've got a much more, and they've shown they could succeed as they did throughout the CFP. But so it's a much better situation now. And Fry caught a lot of heat for the offensive line, but you know what? In the end, he did a damn good job.
Well, I think he set up a pipeline back to come back to Ohio State, and that's the best part about it, right? That's the best part about it, Tito.
Here's Caleb Downs talking about his impressions of Matt Patricia so far.
A very NFL mindset. He is a really good teacher of the game. He makes everything simple for us to understand like that, and he's done a really good job just being here, being supportive to the new guys that he's just meeting now, and he's done a great job evaluating everybody and seeing what everybody can do and trying to find ways to use everybody.
It would not surprise me at all if we keep seeing a Alabama-like rotation of assistant coaches and coordinators, meaning that, like you lost Kelly, just because I think that there's so much, they're going to have so much success here. And I don't think Matt Patricia's end game is to be defensive coordinator at college. I think he wants to get back in the NFL.
No, this is a rhetorical question. I just want to know. I just want to hear you say it. I don't know why.
But I just think that's what you're going to see more of that, though, where guys are going to come in here that are Sarkisian did it with Alabama. Sarkisian wanted to be a head coach after what happened to him at USC, and he comes in, Lane Kiffin, same thing. Like, you'll see guys that will come through, and because of the culture that's already set with Ohio State, it's set up to be very successful every year. And like I said, you're playing chess with an extra queen.
I love it. So here's my paradigm. I'm going to go fast. Ryan Day understands and wants to be the first coach at Ohio State to win multiple national championships. Outside of that, Nick Saban has given him a blueprint to be a coach at a major university to win multiple national championships. Urban Meyer, Tressel, when they lost guys like D'Antonio, Charlie Strong, Mullen, very hard to replace to continue winning multiple championships if you're not replacing coaches. So you take the Nick Saban model, you replace coaches, and you get guys like Patricia, you get the Bill O'Briens, you get the Chip Kellys, and you put them in place and you allow them to bring gurus, just bring in gurus for defense and offense. I run the system. I stay at the top. And I think, Tito, you're right. This method will produce multiple national championships because you'll be able to ensure I have the staff in place.
And just to be clear, Buckeye Nation, he meant modern era national titles because Woody did win a couple.
Absolutely.
But Woody's got a few of them on the mantle.
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Modern, I'm sorry. Since Woody Hayes.
Yeah, the CSP and all that. Since we had to, it's kind of like BCS and all that. Like when
Ryan verbalized that. He said he wanted to be the first coach to win multiple championships since Woody Hayes. I want to make.
He's going to, isn't he? He's going to.
I know. Pump 87 is going to
get somebody to say something, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as since they went away from the whole voting system. It's been obviously much tougher to win the national championship because there were times, DeVier, back when they would vote before the bowl games and determine a national champion, which made no sense whatsoever. All right, coming up in 2 minutes. Transfer portal has been great so far for the Ohio State men's team. We'll try to salvage something next. We'll do that next. Buckeye Show, 97.1 The Fan.
There's a lot on the line in a divorce. Your home, savings, retirement, maybe even kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce and the unexpected directions it can take, you really need a partner you can count on. I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. We're committed to helping protect your personal interests and the life you've built. Don't let divorce take more than it has to. Talk to us today.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Columbus area attorneys. 10 West Broad Street, Suite 1550, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. CordellCordell.com.
Care Heating and Cooling. Honest technicians, honest pricing. Call 1-800-COOLING.
Skyline nachos are back, and now there's a spicy version. Get them with Skyline's cheddar or habanero cheese, topped with fiery jalapeno slices. But hurry, Skyline's regular and new spicy nachos are only at participating restaurants for a limited time.
Come on over to Heartland and join our family.
Now, community banking is the lifeblood of the American financial system, building strong, lasting relationships. We're just better able to help guide you down life's road. Flexibility is paramount to success. Community banking is alive and well in the Heartland. I'm Scott McComb. Come on over to Heartland, where banking really feels good.
Where banking feels good. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Experience Buckeye game day like never before. Welcome to the 1922 Club, the most exclusive space inside Ohio Stadium, where luxury meets tradition in the heart of Buckeye Nation. Enjoy upscale food and beverages and a game day atmosphere like no other. Create lasting memories with friends and mingling with other Buckeye fans, and celebrate every OHIO in ultimate comfort. Become a member of the 1922 Club today. Memberships are limited. Visit OhioStateBuckeyes.com.
The Buckeye Show is sponsored by CareSource, proud to be your home for Ohio State athletics. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
It's the Buckeye Show, where our diet is football. And whatever diet Tyvus is on today.
The Buckeye Show is presented by Coors Light.
Oh, Tyvus Diet Talk. Can't beat it. By the way, tomorrow morning on Morning Juice, they've got a banger of a show. Jake Diebler, Buckeyes Hoops head coach, will be on at 7 o'clock in the morning. At 7:30 a.m., Dean Evison, the CBJ head coach, he will be on then, hopefully previewing a soon-to-be victory over the Colorado Avalanche. The Jackets put up an 8 spot on Nashville last night. Bishop and Friends tomorrow from 9 a.m. to noon. You get Paul Feinbaum in at 10:30. Jody Shelley at 11:30. Rothman and Iceville, Adam Schefter for his weekly stop at 12:30. So anyway, lots going on tomorrow. But I wanted to, Deebler's on tomorrow at 7 a.m. I want to talk a little Buckeye hoops here. Now, Dalen Swain committed to Texas. He was one of the basketball players from Xavier who went Afrocentric here locally that was thought to be on Ohio State's radar. And instead, he is following Archie Miller to Texas. He's was he 6'7"? Is that what he is there, Reimer? Isn't he like a 6'7" kid?
Yeah, he's like 6'7", 6'8", really long and athletic.
So he is headed now to Texas. You're not surprised by that, DeVier?
No, not surprised. Deal was done as soon as he took the job. Hey, man, I'm taking the Texas job. I'll text you next week.
I can't say I'm not shocked by it.
Yep.
But like Morez Johnson, who played for Illinois this past year, transferred to Michigan. And I didn't think Ohio State ever had a chance with Johnson. He's 6'9", 225. As a freshman, he had 7 points, 6.7 rebounds a game and a block. But I hate seeing a big not have Ohio State on their radar, it seems like. That's concerning. That's what Ohio State needs more than anything right now is big, bulky guys. And there's big, bulky guys committing elsewhere, and it's starting to bother me.
Morez Johnson he had Ohio State as his final, 5 or something like that. But it was he obviously went to Michigan.
Right.
But I think it was also between Tennessee, Kentucky, and Arkansas. So I think it eventually came down to money.
I will say, God, I hate rail on this guy, but I've railed on him all year long.
Go ahead.
It might be addition by subtraction with Bradshaw leaving. Bradshaw's out after 1 year.
Yeah.
That's not the worst news of the world.
Yeah.
Correct. But learning that they had Jalen Washington transfer from North Carolina on official visit, I like it, but it's a slightly better upgrade. It's
only slightly better?
Yeah. To me, it would just be good for front court depth.
Right. You don't think it's more consistency there? No, you good?
He was fading towards the end of the year with playing time. He was a starter at the beginning of the year for North Carolina and then kind of got his minutes taken by the other center that they had.
Yep.
He has good length, good rim protection, which I think would be better than what Bradshaw had, but
that's what they're going to need. They've just got to, I think they're fine at guard, provided, Thornton comes back. As long as Thornton comes back, I am fine with where Ohio State is as far as guard play goes. I am fine with that. They've just got to get bigger. And I don't know. I don't expect the kid from UAB, Yaxel Landeborg. I don't necessarily think he'll be coming here. He's 6'9". He was almost 18 points a game, 18 points a game, 11.5 rebounds a game last year, 35 career double-doubles in 2 seasons. I wouldn't expect him to be here because I think he's going to go to a bigger blue blood, right?
Yeah, I think that's got Kentucky all over it.
Yeah, that probably does. You're right. How is the other kid from Kansas, Badunga? He's somebody else?
I think that's my dream center for Ohio State to bring in.
It's a good thing you said Ohio State, not North Carolina. I didn't know what you were going to say. You kind of paused there. You said, that's my dream for...
It's the Buckeye Show.
I know it's the Buckeye Show, but we've also discussed your North Carolina fandom on the show. Okay, I know. You are a Buckeye fan. You're also a North Carolina fan. I'm just saying. You paused there, and I thought that might be coming out of your mouth. I think you were going to say, that'd be dream for...
No, I mean he's really versatile. He can block shots. He's really long. I think he's just more good around the rim. Doesn't really stretch it as much as what Washington can. Mm-hmm. The percentages don't line up with that, but he's got the potential to. But having those two guys, I think, would be huge if you're able to bring in both.
Right.
But I think Flory will be sought after by some bigger blue bloods.
Yeah, I think you're probably right on that one, too. They do have that Amari Bynum coming in, who is a 6'8" forward. I think he's a little thin, but maybe getting into the program will help things out. But I think he could play a big role next year.
I do think what's going to, when we look back at this offseason, what's going to hurt the most is missing on Swain and Jonathan Powell from West Virginia. That he committed to North Carolina just last night. But he came on a visit to Ohio State. And he played high school basketball with Gabe Cupps, so there was already a connection there.
Right, yes.
He's from Dayton, so missing on 2 Ohio guys that would have filled that 3 spot perfectly. I think that's going to come back and hurt when we look back at this offseason.
Cupps is getting a lot of hype. I know he's Mr. Basketball. Didn't play much last year because of the injury, right? I probably get a red shirt out of that one. but only averaged a couple of points a game, I think, in his freshman year. Didn't get a lot of playing time, but I didn't watch Cupps play much in high school. He's 6'1", 165. I hope he's as good as people think he is.
So he played with Bronny James on the AAU team.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's really, he had a lot of hype about him coming up, but he backed it up with some state championships in Mr. Basketball.
Right.
So the thing about him is coming out of Ohio, he's his closest thing that you'll get to Aaron Craft. It's just, it blew me away that he didn't commit to Ohio State. Like, that's why, like I don't know what you'll get, but it's just, he's an Ohio guard that won Mr. Basketball, and he didn't come here out the gate. So just the fact that he's back home, Tito, he does have that recruiting power. People will come here. I think he'll get, Roy's excited about staying. They've battled. So, Tito, there is hype. You just got to do your research.
What, me? On the Cupps thing? I didn't know he played for – I know, though, don't think it didn't get lost to me that Reimer mentioned in somebody transferring to North Carolina. We all picked up on it, Reimer, after you tried to, diffuse the whole thing. We picked up on what you said there. Dorian Jones –
I was just stating what
I know what you did. I got you. We all know what you did there. Dorian Jones, by the way, he's also coming in with this class. He is the number one player in the state, I believe, out of Richmond Heights. 6'4", 160. That dude can score. He can ball. That'll be fun to see as well. But Ohio State's got to start getting some big men in here. Scotty Vegas on the show on Sunday, on the call-in show, I think we were talking about it, but he mentioned that he had heard that Ohio State's going to increase their spending for NIL for the basketball program coming up. That's going to be necessary for that. We need to probably spend money, and by the way, spend it more wisely. But anyway, I want to play one more sound here for you from Caleb Downs on what he talked about with Devin Sanchez. I thought this was a great quote by Caleb Downs. Here's Downs talking about Devin Sanchez.
He's done extremely well. He's learned a lot. He's improved a lot from day one to now. So it's been great to watch him develop and watch him get better. And he's made some exceptional plays, and I'll hope to continue to see that.
The defense just has to be about 90% what it was last year. You know what I mean?
Well, I just hope the defense is just that much better than the offense this year.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say that is just because it's nothing more comforting than hearing that guy right there and knowing that he's our leader on this defense and that he has a national championship and whatever he says goes probably in that locker room. So I'm just excited about having a dominating defensive backfield, Tito.
It was fun last year to have that much confidence in the defense. And look, Knowles did a great job while I was here. I remember he first showed up on campus and he talked about how the whole jack position, the way the defense he wanted to run at the time when he got here, he said they were always the big thorn in it was the fact that they were susceptible to give up big plays. And Ohio State early on did that in a game against Toledo a couple years ago. Against Notre Dame, they gave up big plays in that.
It's our guy Styles first play of the game.
Right, yeah. And then now they've fixed all of that, and they're running, Patricia now running the defense. I'm sure there'll be some elements that carry over from what Knowles did, but I'm excited to see what Patricia and this another year as a defensive back, Caleb Downs being in the system again is fantastic, and guys like Sanchez coming on. It's going to be a lot of fun this year. Coming up next, now we've discussed how to improve Buckeye hoops through the portal. What can we expect? We will talk about that next. Buckeye Show, 97.1 The Fan.
Unlike your deadbeat uncle, we'll never leave you stranded in a ditch when you were 6. This promo may have been a touch too specific. The Fan.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone for Window Nation. April's a great time to spruce up around your house, like getting rid of those old, ugly, drafty, hard-to-open windows and starting fresh. Especially during Window Nation's Buy 4, Get 4 free sale going on now. There's no limit to how much you could save, and if you buy a house full of windows, they'll include a free entry door too. Plus, with 0% financing, 0 down, and no monthly payments, you could get new windows and pay nothing until 2027. How do they do it? Well, Window Nation partners with the top window manufacturers in the nation to build windows to their high-quality specs. Then they pass the savings on to you. You'll protect your home with some of the best windows you can buy at a fraction of the price of those other brands. Just imagine what you could do with all that extra money. Hurry, the sale ends soon, so don't miss your chance to take advantage of the Buy 4, Get 4 free and pay nothing until 2027. Schedule your estimate right now at 866-90NATION or visit windownation.com. One more time, that's Buy 4, Get 4 free from Window Nation, 866-90NATION or windownation.com.
Ohio State National Champions. Celebrate the 9th National Championship in Ohio State history with an heirloom quality timepiece handcrafted by Oxia Time. Available in a broad range of styles and prices to appeal to that true Buckeye fan. If you want something extra special, check out the limited edition Ryan Day autographed box sets. These exclusive box sets won't be available long. Act fast and get yours before they are gone for good. All watches tell time. These tell the time of your life. Order yours today at AXIAtime.com.
Everybody knows that Roosters is a fun, casual joint with their award-winning waitstaff, great food, fun, and laughter. It's a quick stop on the way home to sit back and unwind. It's a front row seat to the big game. Roosters is where you, your family, and friends can order pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more. And the home of award-winning wings that are fresh, never frozen, and so big you won't believe it. It's your family's other dinner table. Roosters, a fun, casual joint, and the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Toyota gives you more electrified hybrid choices than anyone else, including the stylish new Corolla, a name synonymous with Toyota quality and dependability, the elegant new Toyota Crown Signia, and the latest edition of the legendary 4Runner. Toyota's extensive lineup also includes battery EVs like the tech-savvy all-electric BZ4X, and of course, the iconic Prius, the hybrid that started it all. That's the power of choice. From Toyota, let's go places.
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with great benefits, we also help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers. We're improving lives. We're reimagining healthcare.
Much like a vampire, we need to be invited into your house. But once we're in, we never leave. Listen to The Fan on your Alexa or Google Home smart speaker. Just say play 97.1 The Fan and prepare to be amazed. Do it now.
Men, is good enough really what you want with your sex life? This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if erectile dysfunction is making a bad bedroom experience for you and your partner, you should call us because you want your intimacy to be fantastic, both for you and the one you love. At Tri-State Men's Health, our treatments have success rates of well over 90%. And because we're a medical practice focused on men's sexual health, we can offer many treatment options and even combine treatments to find the right one for you. Which means if you're like most of our patients, we can likely get you performing like you haven't in years. So make an appointment and make a change from good enough to really good. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654. That's 800-900-9654. Or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices in the tri-state area to serve you. Tri-State Men's Health, a Promenic restorative health practice.
The Fan Poll is brought to you by Caster Connection. Visit CasterConnection.com to shop online or to work with our Caster Solution specialists.
The best sports talk in the Big Ten lives right here. Now back to the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
It is the Buckeye Show, final segment of the program. Inside Edge is next. Make sure you stick around for that. Tomorrow, it will be me and Tyvis Powell sitting in that chair over there where DeVier currently is positioned. So Tyvis and I tomorrow night from 6 to 7. Then we have the Jackets playing the Avalanche tomorrow night with a special 7:30 start time. Our coverage will start at 7. So, but again, Inside Edge at the top of the hour here. So I started thinking about this, DeVier, and I often do this, and I've discussed it before in the show, about what the expectation should be for Ohio State men's basketball. And I went through and looked at the last 10 Final Fours. There's not many schools that have shown to be really good at football. I'll say elite at football and make a Final Four in the same season. So the seasons ended in college football where Ohio State won the Natty. It's all great. Okay. The 2023-2024 college football. The 2023-2024 Final Four teams this year, you've got Duke, Florida, Auburn, and Houston. Duke went 9-4 in football last year. Florida 8-5. Auburn 5-7. Houston 4-8. The previous year, you had UConn's football team went 3-9 when they made the Final Four. Then Purdue was 4-8. Alabama 12-2. NC State 9-4. Alabama, is the exception there. You had UConn the previous year coming off a 6-7 football season. San Diego State was 7-6, Florida Atlantic 5-7, the U 5-7. 2022, the 2022 Final Four, you had Kansas, who went 2-10. You had Duke, who went 3-9. Villanova, who doesn't even play football. And what was the fourth team in that 2022?
It was North Carolina.
I figured you'd know that when they're
it's the anniversary of the Caleb Love shot, so just wanted to put that out there too.
Could have been asking DeVier, but you jumped in with the North Carolina reference. That's great. They went 6-7 in football that year. The previous year,
basketball school.
Right, that's right. That's what I'm saying. It's like I wonder what's realistic. Like Thad spoiled us.
No,
Thad
he did.
Spoiled us.
We didn't realize how good we had it.
No. Thad spoiled us there. And so, and I know that if you're a real, I shouldn't say real, that's the wrong way to put it. I would think that most Buckeye fans would much rather have an undefeated football season than an undefeated basketball season.
I don't know, man.
No.
I was about to say, hold on, wait. Has that happened already?
Football's happened, yes.
Okay, there it is. There
DeVier,
it is.
I did this one
There
day
it is.
on a different show.
No.
I put it out there.
No,
listen, I put out what would mean more. What would mean more to Ohio State fan? What would mean more to you if you're a Ohio State fan?
Undefeated basketball season.
No. I said a national championship in basketball or a national championship in football. And I said, keep in mind, Ohio State's won a national championship in football since most of us have been alive, actually 2, maybe 3, in some cases before this whole thing came out with this past season. And I got blasted by saying that, because like for me personally, a damn basketball title would mean a lot because I haven't seen one in my life. They won it in 1960.
That's what I want to see. I would love to see a basketball team. Not saying I want a 2024 was
So if I gave you a choice in the upcoming season right now, upcoming season right now. Thanks, Scotty Vegas did this thing on Sunday too, but because somebody asked about
we went
show.
a natty with Gabe Cupps and Devin Royal over the Sand team.
Over a back-to-back?
Yeah, I'll take it.
You would take that?
Mm-hmm. I mean, like if you're asking me, I'm at the casino right now. I'm with the Wizard, and you're like, yeah, like I know Ryan Day can win another natty.
Right.
So I would take the for sure basketball natty next year. Absolutely.
I, of course, would want basketball, but with a back-to-back on the line.
I don't care about back-to-back.
I think I'd rather see a back-to-back. Which might be crazy of me to say for how much I'm a basketball guy, but I think that's just how big doing it 2 years in a row is.
If you guys really love Ohio State.
Right.
I'm talking about the university and not just football, Tito.
Right. Yes.
If you really love Ohio State, you would want them to win a national championship in basketball.
That was my argument was it was close. Like I didn't think it was a slam dunk pun either way. I thought it was up for debate. I got blasted by everybody. Like nobody said it. Nobody came to my defense and said, you know what, Tito, that's a good question. It was like, how could you even ask that question? Of course it's football. Okay, Ryan, let's go to the well again. What would you rather see, Ohio State football championship or North Carolina basketball championship?
Why you got to ask me that?
Just curious.
The North Carolina basketball.
Of course, that's fine.
Wow.
Okay. Anyway.
Wow.
No, but he knows I'm kidding him. But anyway, I got completely brushed aside like that's a stupid
I think that's a great question.
Because now in my life, I've seen 3 natties, okay? The Tressel one, very special. The 0-2 one. That was like the first one I'd seen in my life.
Why?
Why was it special?
Why?
Because it was unexpected.
Undefeated.
Undefeated the way they did it.
Okay. So let me say this. Our basketball team wins a national championship next year, undefeated, unexpected with Gabe Cupps and Royal. You mean to tell me if you love Ohio State that doesn't mean more for Ohio State than, a back-to-back natty?
Okay, you bringing it, if it means more to the university, I think that changes it for sure. Because
absolutely, we need this for our basketball program.
Need more.
Not our preference.
Like we're seeing Texas go after and try to make themselves a multi-sport with football and basketball. I think that, I think it'd be basketball if you're looking at it that way for a university aspect.
I do think it's up for debate. But like I said, most people came at me and said there's no way that football means more. Maybe it's different now because football just won one. Maybe if you ask a question again to Buckeye fans, if they would have a different answer than they did before Ohio State did this on the football field this year. But yes, look, I remember the Jim Jackson years and how much fun those teams were. Yeah. And how much, old guy off my lawn thing now, but just like that's what guys stayed for multiple years usually if they were really good still. But like you saw the Ohio State, Indiana, Michigan State, that rivalry, those rivalries developed because you saw the same people. The Fab Five, all of them here for 2 years, most of them here for 3, or 4 of the 5 were there for 3, and then 4 were there for all 4. So it was a different time, but those games were so much fun to watch. And it was a different style of basketball than it is now. But I got so much enjoyment out of watching those teams, so much joy watching Thad's teams. And what I don't want to have happen is people to lose interest in this basketball team. And I think at the end of the Holtman era, you saw people, we saw the same story like multiple years in a row where Ohio State would fade big time in January and into February and then miss the tournament, whatever it was, or could never make it past the tournament. I thought Holtman was look, I got a lot of respect for Holtman as a person. I think he did a good job here for the most part. But, I hope Diebler does get some traction going here in the recruiting and in the transfer portal and all that. But I think I wonder how people would feel about that. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do a poll on that tomorrow, or maybe we'll do one tonight even. Maybe Jacob Reimer will hop on our Twitter feed. Right? Can you do that or not?
I think I have access to it. I don't know if they switched up the passwords on me or not.
That'd be a bad sign, I tell you. If the key doesn't fit when you try to show up at work, there's something bad coming. So, you know what? I bet Dylan's got it. If you don't have it, Dylan's probably got it over there. He's probably got the password, I'm sure, on that one. But I'm curious how Buckeye Nation would feel about that one, though, if they would rather have. What would mean more? A basketball sage on the chat says he wants a basketball natty. But, yeah, I think it'd be interesting to hear.
I just think about the game, like the Duke game in 2011.
Yeah,
when it was here, and it was with Sully and Aaron Kraft. Like that environment in the shot was just unbelievable. Getting to the Final Four, like I've seen that now with this being this time of year. Like the replay of that Final Four game against Kansas.
Do you understand what an undefeated college natty means?
But I think we had scale back.
I think that holds more weight in sports.
Undefeated in college basketball is crazy.
Undefeated in college football, period.
But I think we got to scale it back. So I think you have to say just a basketball national title or a football national title. What would be more going forward? Scale it back. Because I think most people say, look, no one's been undefeated, since 76 Indiana was the last team to go undefeated to win it all. Kentucky came close. Kentucky came damn close. They lost to Wisconsin, right?
Yep.
And that was in the semis.
That's Kaminsky.
Who beat Wisconsin in the championship that year?
It was Duke.
Duke that year.
It's been a decade since they've played on the Monday of April.
Oh, yeah. It's been a while.
Wow.
Yeah, that we'll see. The other one, what was the UNLV had some damn good teams that looked like they could have done that. Could have gone and feel how much talent they had. But yeah, the Kentucky team was the last one to really threaten. There was somebody else, right? Gonzaga?
Gonzaga, they got to the championship game.
Right.
And then got rolled by Baylor.
What was it? Was that
that was in the bubble.
Oh, that's Macario Torres. Well, wait, didn't they also lose in the natty with Morrison?
Morrison.
That came in.
No, that was like second round or third round or something. That was before that. Yeah, he was crying against UCLA.
Morrison,
yeah, against UCLA.
I'm seeing him on the floor crying.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
You know about the atmosphere. I was at the Ohio State-Wisconsin Odin Conley year, the 1-2 game at the end of the season. And I have...
Was that Devin Harris?
Might have been... What's that, Devin Harris? Think about that. But anyway, I remember being... I've never sat higher in that arena. Like I was like up there. There was nobody behind me. Let's put it that way. There's nobody behind me. It's the highest you could get there. Great view of the court still, mid-court and all that, but I was way up there. And I remember how loud the arena was that day. And I would love to have something like that again.
I thought this was a good question. Somebody put out about Braden Smith at Purdue being the best true point guard they've seen in college basketball. And then somebody scaled it back to just the Big Ten. What fan base would take Braden Smith over any of the point guards that they've had in the last 15 years? And I put out that Braden Smith offense against Aaron Kraft defense, that'd be cinema.
But I can't even take him over Etwan Moore or Carson Edwards.
Yeah. Edwards was a bucket.
I've never seen two guys try to pine for more work than you guys are tonight because you know how much Tim Hall loves Aaron Kraft. You know how much he loves Aaron Kraft. Yep. You guys are bringing him up now. You know Tim's probably listening at home. You guys are both bringing up, you both mentioned his name now a couple of times. I did not, okay? I didn't fall for it, But you guys have both found a way to get Tim Hall excited tonight. Tim Hall's cheeks are red right now. They are Aaron Kraft cheek red right now as he's listening to his program. Sage also said a real center could change the whole dynamics of this team. That's absolutely true.
Absolutely.
Give me a big center. Yep. It doesn't have to be the guy who can just play inside. If he wants to shoot from the outside too, I'm fine with that. That's how you want to do it.
Mismatches for Royal too.
Yes, it does.
He doesn't have to play as big. Man, we need a center. Come on, Porto.
All right, coming up tomorrow, by the way. So it won't be you tomorrow, Reimer, right? It won't be DeVier. You guys had all your Aaron Kraft references tonight. That's great. No more North Carolina talk tomorrow. It'll be me and Tyvus tomorrow. But anyway, make sure you stick around.
You say that like Bodie doesn't talk about Notre Dame.
You know what? Don't deflect. Okay? Don't deflect. I don't know if Bodie's doing the show tomorrow or not. But anyway, make sure you stick around because the Jackets, who are fighting for a playoff spot, get all the information from them. They'll play tomorrow night against Colorado. But coming up next, we've got Inside Edge. This has been the Buckeye Show on 97.1 The Fan.
If the sound of another man slammed against plexiglass turns you on, you've come to the right place. Proud to be your home for Jackets hockey. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Everyone has that one goal, that thing they want to prove, not to other people, but to themselves. Then, right when you think you could actually do it, cancer. And that goal is still within reach. Oh no, I'm about to run my first ever marathon with my two best friends. 3 years after having cancer.
At least we look good in these shorts.
Woo! Let's get it, guys. You, keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keep making plans to learn more.
That's are us. When dreams sunk in, that's are us.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel, plus low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsareus.com. 380-225-BATH.
That's are us. When dreams sunk in, that's are us.
There's one medical team in Central Ohio skilled enough to care for your favorite Ohio State team, and Buckeyes everywhere. The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center is your choice for the most highly specialized orthopedic and sports medicine care. Our surgeons, physicians, and physical therapists have access to the most advanced treatments and innovative recovery approaches to get you back in your game. Because on or off the field, our team is your team. The choice for your orthopedic care is clear.
Things are popping at Al's Delicious Popcorn. With over 80 flavors to choose from, we have something for everyone. From classics like caramel cashew, white cheddar, and our famous vanilla butternut to new flavors like chicken and waffles and spicy barbecue. They are all made fresh and they are all delicious. Visit us online at alspopcorn.com or come see us and experience the best service in town at 1500 Bethel Road in Columbus. Al's Delicious Popcorn.
Hey, Ohio State fan, are you ready for game day? Get hyped and get your crew going with the Buckeye Meal at BK. For $20, you'll get one juicy flame grilled Whopper sandwich, one original chicken sandwich, 2 mouthwatering cheeseburgers, 3 crispy golden small fries, and 3 refreshing small drinks. Grab your $20 Buckeye Meal today and share the taste of victory. At BK, have it your way. You rule. Limited time only at participating Ohio area restaurants. Tax extra. BK is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Buckeye Nation, join us on April 13th at the 2025 Ohio State Four-Mother, presented by Union Home Mortgage, the Ohio Beef Council, and Raising Cane's. This is your chance to run down the tunnel and finish on the 50-yard line at Ohio Stadium. A portion of the proceeds benefit the Buckeye Cruise for Cancer. This is something you won't want to miss. Register today at ohiostatefourmother.com. Go Bucks!